professional stunt double for that. But then look at what came out. It's amazing. I think we have a question.
Sorry, can I just add? I did think of one thing,
yes,
which is quite important. The CGI was actually done by the guys. They worked on A Greatest Showman, so they're pretty good. It's a pretty good team we got over there in Auckland, and so
the caliber is just
really high caliber. Yeah, so it was all good.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. And yes, we have another question from the audience.
Hi, good afternoon. So just want to ask, Solenn, how do you prepare for this stunts, and what are the secrets that you usually do on the go basis to really take care of your hair? Because we really obsessed of your hair right now.
Oh, thank you. Although I have a few extensions at the moment. My hair is here. For the stunts, so basically, I think you need to be sporty to do something like this, or at least train to become sportive. Lucky me. I work out regularly, like I run every day, I do boxing. But when it comes to these types of stunts, you really need to know how to fall properly without hurting yourself, or how to roll properly without injuring your shoulder. Because if something happens in the beginning of the shoot, then you're kind of messed up for the end of the shoot, because there's no other stunt double that can show the face. So we trained with Sunny. We did different rolls, like how to fall if you're rolling over, how to fall if you're rolling backwards. It was a lot of intense training, especially with the sticks as well, since, like I said, that's kind of like a dance, and I'm not a dancer. And then, of course, when you're shooting, you need to give it that extra oomph with your with all the sounds you have to make, and you have to look badass, really. So it was team effort and a lot of training. Even if it's just a 2-minute film, it's a long process. For the editing as well, like I think I was the most annoying artist they've dealt with. Like I was like, when is it out? Oh my god, can I see it? Is it being edited? Every week I was being annoying. And then they're like, Solenn, calm down. It takes 2 months to do the hair effects. It takes this long. I was like, okay, is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? So it's a lot of hard work, and it's international. I mean, well, it's really like an amazing film all in all. And for the hair, like I said a while ago, it's just really, as a woman, you know, this is our crown and glory. So you just really need to make sure to give the treatment that your hair needs, basically. And of course, Vitress.
Thank you, Solenn.
For me, Solenn, nasaktan ka ba sa mga ginawa mong stunts? And ano yung reaction ni Nicolo after mapapad niya?
Actually, he's in CDO, so he hasn't seen this. I don't have a copy, so he hasn't seen it more. Because I would have shared it to let him know that if he messes up any time during this marriage contract, he's in for some trouble. But he's going to see it, and he's going to be super jealous because he's going to think it's so cool. And I think, yeah, it can't get cooler than this. This is probably like the highlight of my career. To be quite honest, I'm so happy for this project. I'm so excited to share it with everyone. Did I answer the question? Parang I got lost somewhere. Did I? I always do that. Oh, did I get hurt? I wouldn't say I got hurt, but I had some bruises afterwards. But I guess that's what happens when you kind of roll on the floor of Tondo. Where were we? No, just kidding. Binondo. Obviously, my mind was somewhere else. But yeah, so there was a lot of rolling, a lot of throwing myself on the table. I had to also run from table to table, which I didn't train for. So I was like, guys, let's wait a minute, see if I can do this right. And then yeah, for some of the smashing, I had a stunt double because you need to really be a real stunt artist to do that. That's a lot of hard work and knowing how to fall properly.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yes, hi, good afternoon. Congratulations. My name is Lani Banzon, and I'm asking about the product. You're promoting Bat's smelly hair. Now, for travelers, or for example, your business is barbecue, or you're traveling, exposed ka sa sun, sa smoke, is it going to last long, yung smell ng Vitress? How many hours?
So what Vitress hair freshener does is it helps eliminate the unwanted odor. So unlike, before hair freshener, of course, people would be spraying on their perfumes or their colognes to try to mask the smell of whatever they ate. Or kunwari, you go out for K-barbecue and then you're like, ay wait, I have somewhere to go later, so maybe I'll decide to eat somewhere else. So what Vitress air freshener does is its InstaFresh technology helps to eliminate the unwanted odors, and then that fresh scent will be the one to replace those unwanted odors.
We've had some tests, and of course it depends on the activities that you do throughout the day, but it can last as long as 8 hours. But as we said, it's really great for everyday use, so you can just spray and reapply liberally all throughout the day.
Oh, and to add, actually what we do is apart from spraying it on our hair, we also spray it on our clothes, because it eliminates the odors, and it's not like the smell just sticks to your hair, but it also sticks to your body or your clothes. So Vitress air freshener can also help with that, because it's also sweat activated.
Sweat activated is the best thing I've heard, because it's so hot in our country that you just sweat every minute, and for you to actually activate the InstaFresh technology with that is good news definitely for us. And given the size, to add to what Ms. Nikki and Ms. Joyce said earlier, given the size of the bottle, it comes in a 50 ml bottle. It's so easy to bring it around with you in your bags, so you can just reapply anytime, anywhere, for whatever reason, and there's no need to worry about damaging your hair, right? Okay, so it's also part of like hair care. All right, any more questions?
I have a question. So, in terms of the content of this film, it's quite groundbreaking, and most brand commercial stuff is very conservative. So congratulations first to Vitress, the agency, Solenn, for everybody doing something that I think was pretty phenomenal. But in terms of concept, and you were saying earlier how you wanted to approach it in a different way, did you have any difficulty selling the idea or getting any kind of approval to be able to do this?
Yeah, we're very lucky as agency also, and as a creative, to have clients who are open to this kind of idea, this kind of execution, and to actually be brave with us, to take that leap, again, from the usual, and to come up with something as brave and as groundbreaking as this, at least for its category, of course. And of course, we are proud. You can see the end product that we are all excited about, with Solenn, a few months of waiting and trying to polish it and then finish it, of course. I guess to answer the question, there's always a level of difficulty or a challenge that we need to face, but for as long as we get to actually come up with ideas that we like, we love, and we believe in, and then we can bring it to life, then it's always worth the challenge or the hard work.
Is there anything else you guys would like to add?
So I guess what we'd also like to add is that, of course, we have this beautiful creative idea, but at the same time, we have a very willing and very passionate endorser who is perfect for the job to take on an action film. I mean, yun nga, now Solenn's probably gonna get more action film or action roles. So we couldn't have done it also without PJB, Solenn, and the production team behind this.
As Solenn mentioned earlier, it takes a village. It was definitely teamwork for everyone. Any other questions? Okay, we have more.
Yeah, it's me again. It's been said a while ago that Vitress is also trying to penetrate the men market. Nasabi kasi it's not only for women but also for men. So kasi alam naman natin that men are not usually into hair care products. So guys, how are you planning to penetrate deeply the market with this new commercial?
Actually, right now, men are into hair care. We see that it's a growing trend, and when we say that as we know, Vitress is mainly associated with women, but the type of product, actually men can use it In fact, a lot of our male colleagues in the office, they use it too. So we see now that there is a growing acceptance for that type of product. So it's actually in the works. We are thinking of coming up with a similar product. So siguro mas geared towards men, mas, even maybe the design or even the scent of the product can be geared towards men. But it's actually something that we can look forward to in the coming months or even years for the company.
Okay, one more. Hi, good afternoon. I'm Adra. Aside from masking the odor, what else does it do? Does it strengthen the strands or whatever?
So Vitress hair freshener, though its main purpose is to eliminate unwanted odors, it still has what all other Vitress products promise, is that extra shine.
Any more from the audience? All good? No more questions? All right. Okay, so we would like to take a photo walk with everyone on stage. Please.